Come on in now. Come on in. Come on in. Go ahead and tag, share, like. Even if individuals don't come on right now, y'all, they can go back and watch the replay. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you. Hey y'all, hey. It's been a day, so I won't be up here long. Just want to drop a few nuggets. I just want to give you a few nuggets on this Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you who are logged in, my faithful viewers and faithful supporters. Good evening, y'all. Good evening to you. Welcome to my stream. Let me not be any longer. It's been a busy. I mean, I've just been totally busy, y'all. I'm in a sick, but I'm grateful and thankful. I appreciate you tuning in this evening. But I promise you, I won't be before you long because I have some other things that I need to attend to. But I do want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in, whether this your first time or you tune in all the time. I appreciate you. I appreciate and thank you for who you are and just for your support. I thank you for the messages, the seeds you may sow into ministry, into the work that I do. I appreciate you. I want to just encourage you on this evening. Just don't stay there. Okay? Don't stay there. Wherever your there is, don't you stay there. Do you understand? You have work to do. I know that times may be hard, different things may be going on. I mean, I know it feels like things are going on, coming at you left and right. You know, I know that some of you may not know whether you're coming or going. But what I can tell you is, don't you stay there. If you have fallen, I don't care how many times you may have fallen, you need to get up. If you stay there, if you stay on the ground, if you don't even listen, if you stay there, nothing can get done. Your purpose cannot be fulfilled. What you have been made for cannot be done. What you've been called for. And you have people that's dependent on you. So don't you stay there. Get out of your own misery. Really, get out of your head. Oftentimes, we remain in the state of doubt. We remain in a state of weirdness. We remain in a state of lack. We remain in a state of giving up. We remain in the state of, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me, whatever your there may be, because it starts in the mind first. Some of you are contemplating things that you don't need to be contemplating. You're looking and taking in things, whether it's words from different people, whether it be word curses, things that has been said to you about you in your past, whether if you have lost friends or individuals who you thought were your friends, or people you may have been close to. Regardless of what your there is, listen, you have to you can't stay thinking negatively. You can't stay thinking that you won't be nothing. You that you won't succeed, that nobody loves you, that, the anger, the fear, all those things that you may have compiled in your mind, you can't stay there. You understand? You may have fallen, but you can get up. Do you understand? You have a helper to help you to get up, to try it again. Listen, you may not be perfect. You're not going to be perfect, but don't you give up and don't you stay there. Don't you stay in doubt. Don't you remain in anger. Anger does not do anything but hurt you. It causes you to remain in a place of despair. It causes your mind to be confounded in things that are negative or that are even maybe demonic. It causes you to think contrary to what the Lord has said. So don't you stay there. You may be in a season where it just seems like you're losing everything, even the people that you thought were going to be forever. It's okay because nobody is forever. Seasons change. And sometimes when those seasons change, things change and also people change. Do you understand? Then you there's a place and time where you've been told to let stuff go, or told to let certain people go, or told to remove, and you still try to remain only to hinder and hurt your own progress. Let me tell you, sometimes the things that you may be wanting and needing from other people, they don't have the capacity to give. And sometimes they have the capacity, but they don't want to give. They don't want to do. It's about a getting. Everything is about them, and that's okay. Find your space. Do you understand? Find your space. Find individuals who are like-minded, who are generally the same as you, and not the same as you, mean being on the same playing field, because you want individuals who can help you to get higher, not worried about just getting higher and moving themselves. Some of you are at a standstill because you won't move into what God has called you to do, regardless of whatever has been going on in your situation. Yes, the storms are here. Yes, they are. They've been an uptick. They have intensified. Yes, they have. But are you paying attention to the storms? I've been talking about storms for a long. That is because there are a lot of distractions that are getting people off course. And if you are off course because of distractions, you will remain distracted. So don't you stay there. Don't you remain in a place that is causing you no progress, that is causing you no good, that is causing you to be in turmoil. Listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes we are in our own way. It's not sometimes, a lot of times it's all the time. We're in our own way. And even when it calls you, let me tell you, you may have tried a thing. You may have been searching and trying to do goals. And I find that a lot of the times, you get frustrated, you get upset, you feel like, well, God, this, that, and the other. Do what He has caused you to do and stop trying to do what everybody else is doing. He's molded you perfectly in His image. You understand? For you to do what He has called you to do. There's so many individuals that are out that are now that have an identity crisis. It makes no sense. Why? Because you're trying to connect and find out who and what and this, that, and the other, and you're wasting time that you will never get back. I don't care how many titles you have. And I say this all the time because as much as I say it, a lot of times people don't get it because they're seeking things that other people don't have. They're seeking things to fit in. They're seeking things because they don't know who they are on the inside. It's a void that you will never be able to fill. You can only fill it with Him. On the outside, it may be looking like this and looking like that and all of that, but just because it's the outside, but the matters of the heart, it matters. And on the inside, it's a void. It's so many individuals that are voided, having a void, and then our children are suffering because they don't know who they are, because they're trying to attach, because they think it's about this and that, and it's not. So I don't care how many. Listen, some of you're going to school, yeah, you're doing this, that, and the other, and all of that. But is that what the Lord, is that what He told you to do? Is that what He instructed you to do? Or is it a trend? Is it a trend so you won't feel left out? Is it a trend so you can look like you're doing all of these things? When you going to get these 55, all these certifications, these different things? Is it a God purpose or you purpose? As long as you stay in the eyes of people, you will stay there trying to fulfill, be accepted, Be light, whatever the case may be. And they're going to still talk about you. They're going to still not want to deal with you. It's so many things that they're going to still want to do. It's important that you don't stay in an area or in a place where you're not wanted, in a place in your mind where you're not free. Don't you stay there. Don't you stay thinking and rethinking and thinking, well, if I would have did this, if I would have stayed here. No, listen, it's time out. Some of you have wasting so much time. And also, misery loves company. So you need to check your circle. Sometimes if you like me, I don't have a circle, never have. I have a seat because I'm the type of person, it's hard. It's difficult when you let people in because everybody has different motives. They do. And if everybody has different motives and you have to be careful, but you need to find a space where you can bloom, where you can be encouraged, where you can push, and it not just be about the other individuals. Because guess what? You do matter. You do matter. And it's important that you understand that. And it's important that you understand that time is of the essence. So as long as you stay in a place that is not of God, that He hasn't called you to, but that He's telling you to come from, as long as you stay there, you're wasting time. So I encourage you to get up, dust yourself off, walk away if you have to, cut stuff off if you have to, reapply if you have to, do what you have to, speak those positive things that God has said about your life to yourself. Don't always worry about or think someone else is going to do it, because sometimes people have their own individual issues that they're dealing with. You understand? And I don't care. Listen, I don't care how many titles, believer or not. The believers are going through things as well. The believers are having identity issues as well. The believers are sinning and doing things that they shouldn't not supposed to do as well. That's why you don't need to stay focused on them. You need to have a relationship with the Lord. You need to seek Him for yourself, because the Bible tells you that man will let you down, but He won't. And many of you are putting your high esteem, your honor. Yeah, give honor what honor is due, but don't stop the idolization, because there's a lot of idolizations, and that's sin. I don't want to be idolized. I don't want nobody idolizing me. I don't want nobody wanting to be like me. I don't want the idolization. I want you to see the light, the endurance, the test. Let's look and listen to the testimonies to see of me being an overcomer and things, of me being pushing in purpose and not idolizing. That is a sin. And I don't want that. I want you to get what God has for you. And a lot of that, it requires you to get free in all areas, get healing in all areas. And that's a process that begins from the inside out. Get you right. Love you. Understand that you don't have to stay there. Only thing you have to do is be true to yourself, so that you can move in a place of freedom, in a place of peace, in a place of prosperity, in a place of being favored, being blessed. So don't you stay there. Don't you stay there whining, complaining. Complaining ain't gonna get you nowhere. Mad because you didn't get that. I forgive you, forgiveness, all of that. And listen, let them talk about you. Let me tell you something. What I realize is this: people are going to talk. And you be mindful of the people that are talking, because a lot of times the people that are talking, listen, one thing about it is you don't have a lot of individuals who are loyal. So you can't get disappointment when you don't know how to find or see loyal people. Okay? Don't get disappointed when your expectations are totally different. Do your assignment, know your season, and move on. Do your assignment, know your season, and move on. Don't you stay there in misery. Why this they said, he said, well, what happened? Don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about none of that. You don't you stay questioning who you are, what you're supposed, how this, where I was told, well, I'm not gonna do this. When this door closing, this, don't you stay there. Ask God to fix your mind, to fix your thoughts. Because once He does that, He'll fix your thoughts. They line up with your heart, and then you'll begin speaking the heart of God. You'll be thinking godly focused things and not worrying about and trying to wonder why this person, and listen, spending your last trying to get in circles and do and be when that's not where you're supposed to be anyway. It has to stop, or you will remain in the same. It'll look like you're going two steps forward and then 10 steps back. Because you're trying to mesh God and you together and it don't work. It's got to be all God or nothing. All God or nothing. So don't you stay there. Get yourself up, shake whatever off, and continue to move forward. The Bible says, take up your cross and follow Him. Whatever your cross may be, whatever you're dealing with, take it up and follow Him. You got to wear it. You got to take it yourself. You got to bear the burdens or whatever you may be going through. But as long as you fall in here, those burdens will be light. That yoke will be easy. So I encourage you, don't you stay there. Be encouraged. Know who you are. Move in God. Focus on Him so that you can move in what you're supposed to be doing. Listen, no matter what may be going on, nevertheless, keep your eyes and your mind stayed on Him. Nevertheless, speak what He's saying. Nevertheless, trust that your turnaround is coming. But don't you stay there. You get up. You get up and you keep in the fight. Remember, the race is definitely not given to the swift, but to those who endure to the end. And endurance is a process. God bless you. I hope that I said something this evening that ignited your spirit, that gave you hope, that gave you a aha moment. Because listen, we all are going through different things at different times. But I promise you, if you take some of the concepts that I mentioned to you on tonight, the weight will be even lesser. So we try to hold on and try to carry so many things ourselves. Our Bible says, cast your cares upon Him, for He cares for us. People, they can say, I care, I look, this, that, and the other, but sometimes people can be fickle. And they do things as long as it benefits them. But with God, there is no benefit. What I mean, it's not where you do from this, that, and the other. No, with God, He is the same today and evermore. It's not perpetrated or it's not conducive on, well, if you do this and then listen, or the only reason why I'm doing this so I can get that. With God, we obtain many things that people can't give us. So keep your eye fixed on Him. Keep your focus fixed on Him. Keep your mouth speaking what He says. And don't you stay there. Have a good, blessed, prosperous night. And Lord's willing, I'll see you next time on Wisdom Wednesday. Bye.